I'm Greg Fine, the Global CEO of the Turnaround Management Association, and I'm here today in the Epic PR studios to discuss leadership in crisis. A very good example, and that would be the Emergency Nurses Association, which is headquartered in Chicago, outside suburbs of Chicago. And on the day of the Boston bombing, the amazing reaction and response of the healthcare system in Boston was, it's going to be studied for years. And there have been a lot of follow-up articles, a lot of articles on how lives were saved because the hospitals really drilled and were very, very prepared. They practiced this. They didn't practice this event, but they practiced some sort of catastrophic event. And the Emergency Room Nurses Association represents the nurses who were on the front line. I mean, that's what they do. And I believe they sent out messages to their nurses the day after with these thank yous. It just said, congratulations, and we're here for you, and thank you. Thank you for doing your job, and thank you for doing us proud. And so to just reach out to your own members during this time to say, thank you for doing your job, we recognize, a job well done. And then of course that followed up with other stories about what emergency nurses do and how they could use that to talk about the profession. But it wasn't, aggrandizing. I think that's the biggest mistake you can do is say, wow, look at how great we were. Our nurses were fantastic and they saved people. People don't want you to capitalize on a crisis. When the horrible shootings in Connecticut occurred, the school psychologist, I believe it was a school psychologist organization, very quickly had information up on their website about how parents could talk about a catastrophic event like this. Because of course, children all over the nation were worried about going to school the next day. They were terrified about that. And instantly, this organization was everywhere with, here are resources you can use to talk about your kids. They didn't go and issue a press release saying, look at how great our members are, we'll deal with this. It was, here's a tool you can use. We're an association, we're here. So they provided a service in a crisis instead of lip service about how wonderful they are or their members are in a crisis. Let your actions speak for what your members do. You don't, share those stories, don't talk about yourself. And I think that's the other thing associations need to do. They don't need to talk about themselves in a crisis. Nobody cares about the XYZ association in a crisis. They care about the members and what the members are doing.